Right, to lift your roof up, simply grab this coil and just let it drop. And you press that cam buckle in with your thumb. Give it a little wiggle and then keeping it pressed in, pull it all the way towards you. So you get to this end. The tail hanging out of there is between 10 and 2 inch. Anywhere around there is fine, it just saves you rethreading it again. Same with the left hand side. Pull the coiled up webbing out, let it drop. Press that buckle in with your thumb, little wiggle to loosen it, pull towards you, so you've got about that much hanging out the end of the cam buckle. Just let that drop. Then to elevate your roof, simply push up. It'll slowly tension itself. Once your roof's elevated, you can tell it's fully up by this locking tube. It just drops into position. If you just watch, it drops down. That dropping down there prevents the roof coming down in the event of a gas or an oil failure in your strut. So it's a nice super safe system. These straps, once the roof's elevated, don't do anything. They purely hold the roof down when it's in the down position. If you just want to neaten them up by pulling that up, it just puts more plays into the eye. So under your window, it's simply velcroed in each corner. If you peel rather than pull, so that's from each side, peel that side, fold it once, twice towards you, and that just lives neatly behind these straps. Right, this vent simply peels down on velcro as well. It's got velcro at each side, and that gives you a nice ventilation area, but it's also got a mosquito netting to save any midges getting in on a night. To shut it, simply reverse, push up. Same with your window, just roll up and it shuts like so. If you've got the roof bed installed, this gives you full standing height from the front to the back, but it simply turns into a bed which will hold 2 adults by pulling down. That gives you a bed of 5'6" long. If you need the extension piece in, if you want to sleep adults in, that lives on top of the bed. If you pull it backwards at an angle about 30 degrees and then spin it to your right hand side to 90 degrees, and that simply lives in the throat of the frame and the strut. So that's between the frame and the strut, and that's held in position by this strap, and this strap to hold it up goes around the strut and clips into position. That holds that up. When you're ready to sleep upstairs, you can pull the bed down. The kids or adults can climb in, usually off the swivelling seat or off the folded double seat. Climb into the top, simply pull this strap, lowers down, slides towards, and that gives you a 7'6" bed in the T5, a 7'9" bed in the T4. To lift the hatch up, there's a hole there. Simply put your finger in from above, that lifts up, strap round the ram again, that simply holds in on that press stud, and then that's your bed up. And it's super strong. To fold your bed away now, to put your extension away, pull the strap, flip this round, it's about 45 degrees, go 90 degrees to your left, and that lives in the middle of the bedboard, so anywhere in the centre of the bedboard is great. Now to fold your roof up, what you do is ensure the windows are closed by pushing up against the velcro, ensure your ventilator's closed, and then you grab the right hand handle in the roof. With your left hand, if you just move the tube up simply like that and start pulling the roof down until it engages, then you can grab the other strap and pull it down towards you. When you get to the point where the roof's approximately 300mm from the frame, it'll still hold itself, but what we need to do now is keep the window in a nice roll so it doesn't have a creased effect from folding up. To do that, we locate the top right of the window, which is the bit with the velcro on the top left, and we're going to grab them and pull them outwards. That straightens your window up, and using the back of the hands, push forwards and that straightens the glass panel up the window area of your tent. By doing that action, the top of the window, this is that bit, lands on top of the hinge bit of the window, that bit. And it's simply held using that motion with your hand. Once you're holding it like that, if you fold it upwards, it's about 3 inches, or the depth between the fingers and the crook of your hand there, and then hold it again using that motion. Simply what we're going to do now is pull the roof down and just balance it on our heads. There's hardly any weight, look, I can hold it with one finger. So just with that weight balancing on my head, we're going to move this tent portion, which we're gripping here, forwards 2 inches, and then let the roof come down. And then you should be looking, if you run your finger across there, it should be nice and smooth. That's your window in a nice roll. Now to tension your roof down, we're doing the reverse of undoing it. So we press that cam buckle in and we pull the slack through the buckle until we end up with a loop there. A good guide is big enough to put your fist through that loop. We pull the strap all the way through until the buckle won't go any further. So the buckle is actually touching that staple at the top. When you get to that position, hold that up in the air with your right hand, put your left finger in that hole and your thumb on top, and then pull in the tail end. Just a nice firm pull, and that's your roof fully secured. Same with this side. Press in the cam buckle, pull the loose webbing through to round about there, big enough to get your fist in, is a good guide, and then you pull the strap all the way through till the buckle won't go any further. You lift that up in the air, left hand finger in there, thumb on top, pinch it tightly, pull the tail end, and that's your roof secured. We just roll the leftover webbing up till we get to the top. It resembles an old-fashioned licorice Catherine wheel. What we do then is you put your hand in flat above that shelf, lift up, and that just tucks in neatly on the right hand side, and then it's the same for the left hand side. So when you get to the top, hand in above that grey plate, push that into the front corner, job's done.